Hello, good evening. Can you hear me all right? Good. Oh,
Yes,
thank you.
yes,
Thank you.
yeah.
Good. Well, it's lovely to be here and to see everybody. Thank you. And yes, well, for me personally, I'd just like to say I feel sadness and anger tonight for myself and my family, but especially for my grandsons. Free movement has meant that I could visit my brother, who will be speaking in a minute, um, as he worked on the continent in Luxembourg and Brussels, whenever I was able to. And also, I was privileged to work for the European Parliament myself in both Brussels and Luxembourg. The European Union is a force for good in the world, and I must say I've been shocked at the aggressive behaviour and language used by the government and media in the UK recently. There are many people in the UK who support the EU and what it stands for and why it was set up. It's not just about trade. I will stay here in the UK to be close to my daughter and my grandchildren, but I will continue as a member of a grassroots group called Leads for Europe, of which there are many groups all over the country, to continue to fight for the closest possible links with Europe in the future and try to change attitudes towards Europe in the UK as we realise what we have lost in the coming months and years. Um, and hopefully to perhaps rejoin in the future, although I would quite understand it if the EU didn't trust us anymore. I would leave the UK and go and live on the continent, but I do not want to be far away from my grandchildren as they are growing up, and I shouldn't have to make such a choice. Freedom of movement brings us closer to other nations in Europe, which in this time of global problems, we need to work together to overcome. Losing any contact with Europe is a backward step. Discussion, debate and compromise is the future for mankind, not jingoism, separation and isolation. And I'll pass you over to my brother now. Thank you.
Hello, it's John Fordham here. I just wanted to make a few points. I agree almost completely with what Sheila's just said, but I just wanted to make a few points. My interest in Europe started when I was a child because my best friend was French. My best friend at primary school was French, and as soon as I went to secondary school, well, lo and behold, I had the opportunity of learning it, and I studied modern languages at Oxford and have been a translator at the European Parliament. I'll come clean now. Yes, I work there, but I'm not pro-EU and anti-Brexit because I work there. I work there because I love Europe. Europe is part of my identity, and I'm being deprived of part of my identity, which is just as strong in me as my identity as a Brit and as an Englishman. And I bear tremendous resentment to a lot of people who are spouting xenophobic and jingoistic lines when it comes to, well, I've even heard the word Johnny Foreigner used, which I think is the most appalling language. Anyway, I study Spanish. I have studied Spanish, and I learned Italian in Italy. I taught English there for 5 years, mostly in the north, but the south as well. This is something my sister brought up just now. What really annoys me and grieves me is the fact there will be fewer opportunities for young people to study abroad. Travel broadens the mind. The ability to study abroad broadens the mind. And that's something which is being taken away from a whole generation of Brits. I've already mentioned the rise in where I live in Yorkshire near Hull. I was actually called a traitor to my face because I had worked as a translator at the European Parliament. That's how strong prejudice lies in some parts of the country. And I don't know what to do to shift that. Other points, another point that, yes, I may mention this before, but I do think it's important. I identify as English, British, and European. It's an essential part of my identity. A politician and a political party is taking away from me part of my identity, which well, unless I go back to and live on the continent and perhaps change my nationality, I'll be deprived of forever. I don't want to be in that position. Right, I'll say goodbye now. I see Richard Duployen well, his name is on the screen. I met him at Oxford about 30 or 40 years ago. I can't believe there can't be that many Richard Duployens in this world, so I presume that it's the same guy. Anyway, I'll say bye-bye now, well, I hope that
It is me, John.
Oh, no.
Oh, hello, Richard.
It's wonderful. I didn't know what had happened to you.
I went to work abroad. As soon as I left Oxford, I went
Yeah.
to.
Well, as
to-
you heard, I went to study abroad.
Yes,
and
yes.
Also went to drama school afterwards.
Brilliant,
Oh.
brilliant. Oh, well, it's a
So I
small
hope to
world.
see you
isn't
at
Yeah.
European Movement and so on in Oxford. I'm in
Yes,
Abingdon
exactly.
now.
Oh, right. Well, lucky you.
I'm on the committee of European Movement, but I first met you at the European Movement. Do you remember?
That's right. In Oxford, yes, I remember.
At the Oxford Union.
That's right.
Used to
yes.
be a university society. Then we started it up some years later in the town.
Oh gosh, gosh.
And it's for the area, you know, we used to call
Yes.
it Oxfordshire, but it's a larger area now.
Right.
So best of
that's
luck.
wonderful. It's
And
great to
that
see you
applies
after
to
these
everybody.
decades. I can't believe it. Okay, listen, I must say bye-bye now, but do you want to say anything else?
Oh, yes. No.
So I'll just hand. Yes, there we go.
Yes, my little flag. Brexit is bonkers.
Bye, Richard. Lovely to talk to you
Bye.
again. And as the French say, la lutte continue. The struggle goes on. I'm not giving up.
No.
So my last dying breath, and even afterwards, I'll come back and haunt Boris Johnson and all these other ghastly people. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.